Nice to see you all, guys. Today we're welcoming Johnnie Semerad at the MiraBan UK Film Awards Q&A session for his short Temptation of St. Francis, candidated for Best Animation Short and Best Comedy Short. So welcome, Johnnie, and nice to meet you, even this through live stream. How are you today?
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Glad. Let me give people a little bit of introduction about you and your movie, and then we can move on and talk about the production. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. So, Temptation of St. Francis is a story of two heel-matched garden statues that show the contradiction between the physical attraction and the enlightened sort of love, like abstract love, love of a saint. And the beauty of this story is that I would say it's seen through the eyes of a child that can imagine what happens between objects, when he's not looking at them. And Johnnie, about Johnnie. Johnnie is the founder of White Man, which is a media production company founded in 1996. It's been very successful, won 2 Grammy, 1 Emmy, and 1 Grand Prix, and he's been working into TV commercial for a while for now, and animation shorts. He made a few successful animations, and now he's apparently being very successful with one of his animation shorts has also been qualified for Academy Awards. And so we're very, very happy to welcome you here today, and we're curious to know more about this production. Really, it was, definitely a jury favorite, and above all, we wanted to know where this inspiration came from. What did make you inspired to make the St. Francis story?
So I had these garden statues in my backyard, and my father, liked to give me a hard time, so he would complain that the Greek lady was too close to St. Francis. And then one morning I came out and the Greek lady had fallen over and broken, and it was probably knocked over by a raccoon, but this story popped into my head. And I've always been, as a commercial guy, you're always trying to sell junk food to children. And as a filmmaker, I was trying to tell like a more sophisticated idea, and you nailed it on the head. It's kind of a sophisticated idea about the spiritual world against the physical world, and I was trying to tell it in a simple way that everybody, including children, could understand it. And so that was really the challenge there, was to tell this complicated story in the simplest way possible.
I see. And why St. Francis? Like, among all the saints you could have imagined in this short, why him?
It's kind of a tradition. Christian people put St. Francis in their backyard. He's the saint of all living things. So like everybody I know has a St. Francis statue in their backyard or on their deck. And then St. Joseph was the saint of carpenters, so people have that in their house, and it's kind of a traditional thing. So it was kind of this, when you deal with like an established character like that, it came with a lot of, that he's a saint, that he's a holy person. It came with the spiritual side to it. And then the Greek statue, we had to make visually be very the opposite. She's shiny and new and beautiful. He's warm, he's outside, he looks a little younger, so like we really tried to visually play up those two aspects, but also have the, what they brought with them,
Absolutely. And what was the main film reference or cartoon reference you had, if you had one, or about the script, the story that you created?
It was kind of, it was, in a lot of ways, I was trying to do something, so we built this miniature set for the environment, and then we used CG characters, because I was trying to do something like, it's like not stop motion, it's not Nightmare Before Christmas, it's not CG, so it's kind of like I was trying to create this new look, this new feel to it. And then, there are movies like The Red Balloon and things like that have no words, but you understand everything that's happening. and that was one of the things I was really trying to do there, was make it so everybody could appreciate it, make it as universal as possible. And it's had a lot of international success because, like I was saying, I'm trying to tell this very simple story to as many people as possible.
I see. And I'm sure there must have been some funny moments in the making of it, especially the interaction between the two statues when they're about to fall. Is there any particular funny moment you want to share with us?
Well, I don't really want to share them, but I will. Basically, we motion captured the whole thing. So I put the motion capture suit on. So yeah, I was like in my office, like making out with myself, and that was very weird. But yeah, I was trying to, play the lady and play the same, and so it was all me acting it out. And so that was I'm glad there's no footage of that. So.
Well, it was quite, successful. I think, it's brilliant. The interaction between the two is so realistic, and it looks like different from other animation shorts we had watched. It's really, particular the CGI work you made. But we were all wondering about that scene when the two statues are like about to fall, and who's gonna fall, and how you made it. And we were thinking about, the jacket to look like into the live action. And we definitely, imagined there must have been maybe, I don't know, you and a family member helping you out doing that scene. Anyhow, it was very, very, very funny. And about any roadblocks, anything that was, what was the trickiest thing to create, really?
Oh, there's always a million roadblocks whenever, this, and I'm sure you've heard this from like all of your directors, all of your artists. When you're doing an independent thing and you're self-financing it and you're trying to get the crew, because film is, they call it the imperfect art form, because you can't sit alone in a room and do a film like you can sit alone and do a painting. You need a lot of people, you need a lot of crew, and when you don't have money, you have to motivate everybody. And so the biggest challenge for this was, in reality, it only took about 6 weeks to do, but it took about 10 years to get done, because we'd start it, then more work would come in, somebody would get on another project, the software would update, so we'd have to update all our stuff. So that was the chore, just finding the time, staying motivated, and moving that way. And that's a common story I hear with people where they shoot the film and they have to save up some money to post it, and then they have to save up some money for the sound, and that's kind of the challenge for all of us. And that's why these festivals, to get this exposure, is so important, because all those challenges, you want people to see it and you want to get it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why we actually do the festival. Even if this year we are, confined to the live stream edition, we are, more than happy to have your film screen on our platform. And at the same time, we remind the audience that you can vote for your favorite film of all the editions. So that's during the live stream, you'll be able to, select your favorite. And it doesn't matter if it is a feature or a show. It's supposed to be the most favorite film of the entire edition. So we wish you best of luck, and we hope the audience will really enjoy yours as we did as well. Anything you want to add about the working process? Anyone you want to thank in particular for the making of Temptation of St. Francis?
Well, my producer Dara, she's the one who really helps me with, because even when you finish the project, you still, we had to enter it in a lot of things. We had to, it was like constantly filling out paperwork. It was like getting it done was like halfway for us. And she's really helped with that. Zach and Alex were the two animators that really, took charge and finished it off. But I'd also like to thank you guys, because getting it out there and getting it shown is a big part of it. And that's finishing it is one thing, but getting it out there for people to see and stuff. And I really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. Absolutely. Okay, well, I think this is done for today, and we're really, happy to have you hosted here. and look forward, for the 30th of August. We have 3 days. We're going to be live streaming with all the films being available, 28, 29, and 30 of August. On the 30th, we have the award ceremony, where we're going to announce the winners. And the winners will be streamed also on our festival partner, Festival Emergence in Montreal, Quebec. So you will have the chance, for the winners, will have the chance to be streamed also there for a week after the festival. So from the 31st of August till the 7th of September. So we wish you the best of luck, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for your time. Bye, Johnny. Bye. Okay, we're still here, and it's been a pleasure to meet you, John. We are no more on live stream, but it's been really, really a pleasure to meet you, and really, we wish you the best of luck with everything.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's the one thing about this COVID lockdown is I was kind of looking forward to going to some of these festivals and meeting people and stuff like that, but I haven't really been able to do anything like that, and so it's kind of that's the bad part for me. But I do appreciate you showing it, getting it out there, because it's such a big part of the process that when you're doing your movie, you don't really think about it, but it's so important.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the most important part of the festival, and you can imagine for every one of us, we were looking forward to the actual event, because when we did the first edition, we did it, physical, hiring the theater, and we having guests invited. So it's more definitely interactive. But we have to take, the best we can get out of this situation. So I didn't want to talk about COVID in the live stream, but because everyone is talking about it, and I'm trying to avoid it during at least the live streaming of the festival, because everyone knows why we're doing it. That's the only way out. But definitely, we want to give you as much exposure as we can, because that's the only option we have at the moment, given the situation.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And, speak soon. Follow us on the Instagram. We'll definitely post our recorded version of this video stream. And, keep up on the updates, and talk soon.
Okay, thank you. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.